Right, lads and ladies, hope you've all had a fantastic Easter. I hope you've had loads of chocolate. I certainly have. Yeah, there's me. The diet starts again tomorrow. The new rules for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul have just been released, and wow, this is embarrassing. It confirms everything that we thought was going to be the case anyway. It's a glorified sparring session, and this comes from somewhat of a reputable source in MMA Uncensored on Instagram. They're not a meme account. They pretty much only post legit content, and we're going to go through these rules right now. Also, before we dive into the video, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe for daily content. And I've had great feedback about my new secret Instagram and secret YouTube channel, which I'm not publicizing on here directly, but if you're interested in business, self-development and mindset content, drop me a DM on Instagram and I'll send you my new Instagram and new YouTube. Anyway, oh my days, what's going on with this? Okay, so these are the new rules. It was posted on MMA Uncensored. Drama Alert also shared this as well. Not that these are a reputable news source. Considering the fact that they've just posted the Keemstar has died, everyone is saying this is an April Fool's joke, but seems like they're doubling down on the Keemstar being dead content. They've also used a picture with him wearing a beanie saying corpse, which I think is a music artist, but how ironic. So it seems like an April Fool's joke. Anyway, back to Mike Tyson. Not looking good, lads. So these are the new rules for Tyson versus Jake Paul, and we can pretty much guarantee that Jake Paul has probably set these in place just in order for this fight to go ahead as it is. Fighters over the age of 36 must successfully complete an EEG and an EKG to detect heart or brain problems. Now, an EEG test is an electroencephalogram. Oh, let me see.
Electroencephalogram.
An electroencephalogram.
Electroencephalogram.
Electroencephalogram. So Mike Tyson's got to get an electroencephalogram, and it basically records your brain activity. During this painless test, small sensors are attached to the scalp to pick up the electrical signals produced by the brain, and these are the conditions that you're looking for with an EEG. Other conditions that may be diagnosed with the aid of an EEG include sleep disorders, head injuries, Mike Tyson, brain infection, brain hemorrhage, Alzheimer's, degeneration of brain tissue, pretty much CTE, metabolic conditions that affect brain tissue, hormonal conditions that affect brain tissue, certain disorders of the central nervous system, stroke, brain tumor, brain death. So Mike Tyson's got to get one of these. And then looking into some studies, it says that EEG tests may have utility in assessing long-term cognitive effects associated with concussions, and therefore may be useful in identifying those predisposed to CTE development. So basically, this EEG test is there to see if Mike Tyson has got CTE. Why would you need that? So straight away, you know this isn't going to be good. There's definitely going to be a clause in this fight saying that Jake Paul isn't allowed to crack Mike Tyson with his hardest punch. Both fighters will wear 16-ounce gloves rather than the regular 10-ounce gloves. 16 ounces are fairly big, pretty much for sparring. I spar in 16-ounce gloves, and sometimes even I think, damn, these are a little bit big. They definitely slow me down. It's a bit harder to pierce through the guard as well, but they're good for sparring, but not a real fight. So guys, just the fact that they're wearing 16-ounce gloves, I can guarantee you there's going to be no knockout. Not that you can't get a knockout with 16-ounce gloves. I'm just saying, take any two professional fighters, and I know that some people are going to say, Shaun, Jake Paul's not a professional fighter, but by definition, he is a professional fighter. Give two professional fighters at any level 16-ounce gloves, and I can guarantee the chances of them knocking each other out drop drastically, just because it's easier to defend. So if you're already good with your defense anyway, now you've got bigger gloves that you can just put up by your face. Less shots are going to be able to get through. So they're going to be wearing sparring gloves for this professional fight, or, well, it's not even a professional fight. The rounds will be scheduled with a duration of 2 minutes rather than the regular 3 minutes. Now, this is also big because it's less total time for the fight. The more time you're spending in there, the more rounds, the longer those rounds are, the more opportunities that are going to pop up for the KO. These 2-minute rounds will fly by. Think about when you're watching these high-tension fights where there's a lot of anticipation for someone getting a knockout. Even sometimes 3 minutes flies by. You're like, damn, we're on the 6th round already and nothing's even happened. I felt like the Misfits fights were like that when I went to see them live. They were only 8 rounds, were they? And those rounds just flew by. The fights were over before you knew it. And it's going to be exactly the same with this Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. I think it's meant to be 10 rounds, isn't it? So it's 10 2-minute rounds instead of 12 3-minute rounds. So what's meant to be a 36-minute fight if it was a professional match is now down to a 20-minute fight. You're chopping 16 minutes off the total fight time, which I can also guarantee you is going to mean less of a chance of there being a KO. Even if they were using 10-ounce gloves, just chopping that much time off the fight means less time to work. And then finally, the big one, no official judges will score the fight, therefore no winner unless a KO. Now, I don't even believe this one fully, because I do believe there is probably another rule in there that will not allow for a KO. I'd like to be proved wrong, but even if I am wrong, I don't believe there's going to be a KO, because just those previous two rules of 16-ounce gloves and a shorter fight duration will mean there's going to be no KOs. I'm telling you right now, Jake Paul is going to come out, he's going to throw a few jabs, Mike Tyson's going to do a bit of this, and he's going to dodge a few, and then he's going to catch Jake with a little jab and a hook himself, and then it'll be the end of the round, and it'll be like that for 2 or 3 rounds, and before you know it, you'll be past halfway of the fight, no one's really landed anything, and then boom, the fight will be over. Mike Tyson will be tired, Jake Paul will be made up, because he's now going to run with the narrative of, I went 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, the best in the world, just as Logan Paul did after he fought Floyd Mayweather. I went toe-to-toe, 8 rounds with the best boxer that there ever was. You didn't go toe-to-toe with Floyd Mayweather, he battered you pretty much, and he went easy on you. So this is what we've been saying on this channel all along. It's going to be a glorified sparring session, and if these rules are true, which I think they are, because as I say, it's by a reputable source, it's going to mean that it's a boring fight. Good job that it's free, or should I say included with Netflix. And I guarantee there's going to be people out there who will still believe that Mike Tyson's going to knock Jake Paul out. Yeah, this is just going to mean that Mike Tyson can punch harder without hurting his fists. Yeah, 2-minute rounds favours Mike Tyson because it means he can go all out with his explosive style without getting as tired. If you've got this narrative in your mind, you need to drop it. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, where is it, the EKG. So that's just an electrocardiogram. I think I've had about 9 of them last year in 2023 since having this long COVID thing. I've had cardiac MRIs, the ECGs, the echocardiograms, the treadmill tests, x-rays, everything under the sun, blood tests. Anyway, the EKG, or the ECG, it records the electrical signals from the heart. And I'm sure you've seen it. It looks like this. You sit there and you get all the little pads on you, like that. So that's obviously just to make sure that Mike Tyson has good heart health, because all the years of doing drugs, he's taken a beating over the years, he's partied hard. That does take wear and tear on your heart. So I guarantee all of this stuff is in place to protect Mike Tyson. And I'm not against it. I believe he should do everything to make sure Mike, going into this fight, is in good health. Do I even really believe that he should be fighting? I don't think so, no. But the one thing that does get me bothered about this fight, it isn't even these rules. It's people's perception of how they think the fight is going to go down. I've said it 50 times now, there's going to be no knockout. And I might be wrong, I could be wrong, and then these videos are going to age poorly, age like milk, dead emoji ×3. But you can't deny the logic behind what I'm saying, especially now with these rules looking like they are confirmed. I don't think they're fully official yet, but as I say, there's reputable sources coming out reporting on this, and it does seem logical. Come on, they're going to have stuff like this in place to protect Mike Tyson. So what do you guys think of these rules then? Do you still think Mike Tyson's going to come out of the gate and send Jake Paul to the next dimension? Or do you think it's going to be a snooze fest? I will 100% watch it. But yeah, comment your thoughts down below. I've actually got a workout video coming this week as well. We vlogged one of the workouts that we done when I went to Dubai Mastermind at the start of March. So I'm going to put that up this week. Make sure you tune into it. Not many people tune into the workout content, but there's going to be a little bit more of it this year because I want to document getting back into shape, and I definitely want to help you boys get in shape. As I say, I'm going to be releasing an app this year, and if you want more updates on that app development, check out the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Make sure you like this video, subscribe for daily uploads. Nice one, lads. Nice one, my 4% ladies. See you tomorrow.